Mountain Girl from the chat. He claimed self-defense but failed to call 911. Mountain Girl, you're 100% correct, right? Because first of all, according to the arrest affidavit, this was a set-up meeting, right? Matthew was delivering weed to him, right? So were they both ready for each other, or did Christopher know what he was going to do? Was this going to be a drug ripoff? Was he going to rip Matthew and Savannah off, and then it went terribly bad, and it escalated to the point of a murder? His lie, H. Cook, thank you for that. If he had watched this show at Duty Run, he'd made up a better lie. But you know something, H. Cook from the chat, he thought that he was making up a lie that was going to be believable. But guess what? Christopher doesn't understand the science. He doesn't understand that investigation is an art and it's a science. And he doesn't understand that the science of ballistics and the science of what had occurred showed the police and the scientists that investigate this that it could have only happened a certain way. And even if Matthew was not shot inside the car, which it seems like he wasn't, but based on the fact there was only one spent shell inside the car, he still could have been shot. He was shot with a close contact wound to his head, not inside the car. So there's a lot of speculation, a lot of things that could have happened in regards to where did his murder take place, if not inside the car. Now let's talk about processing the car. What kind of evidence is inside the car that Savannah Soto was undoubtedly shot inside the car, right? Was the shooter sitting in the back seat? Wouldn't there be blood all over the place? Blood spatter, as is known. If it was a close contact wound, there's a good chance that the bullet entered and exited and could have left spatter all over the side window or the inside of the car. Same thing would happen if I'm wrong and both of them were shot inside the car. Wouldn't there be blood spatter? There would be blood surely all over the car, right? That's the crime scene that we would be talking about. That's the crime scene that is going to tell us so much more besides the ballistic evidence. But let's get back to the house. They recovered the gun that, according to Chief McManus from the San Antonio Police Department, they recovered the gun. Rocky Shepard, no, sir, they're confused because San Antonio Police Department thinks they have the gun, but till this day they have. Rocky, that's ridiculous. They recovered a spent shell. That is ballistics, right? So they compare the gun that was recovered in the search warrant inside that house with the spent shell. And I went through a great pain the other night on a video to describe what markings on a spent shell identify it as coming from a specific firearm. And a semi-automatic, by its nature, has an ejector in it that grabs a hold of a shell after the projectile, which is inside the cartridge. The firing pin hits the cartridge. It leaves an indentation. It leaves an indentation, the firing pin, right? And that mark is also unique to the firearm. Then when the projectile exits the muzzle of the gun, the extractor grabs the shell and ejects it from the firearm. Those two marks that are left on the side of the casing are unique to the firearm. So that is ballistics. Now, whether or not they actually remove the lead, the actual lead, the bullet, the projectile from the bodies of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. That's a possibility also. And that is such a definitive identification in ballistics that the Thorus, thank you so much for your $5 super sticker. All you folks contributing to Police Off the Cuff Real Crime Stories, we really appreciate you. Michelle Mavius, damn, let the police do their job. They know what they're doing. Give us info when they can. I feel some channels demand answers because they need the content. Without it, they are done. This channel is good. Well, I'm just explaining to you the science of it because we can just make things up. All right. So they recover. And from the Chief McManus from the San Antonio Police, he says, we believe that that's the murder weapon. Okay. So now for people to make up on social media that there's no ballistics. No, there absolutely is ballistics. And that is the ballistics is in the arrest warrant report. It says clearly that one shell was recovered in the car where the murder occurred, or murders, if you want to believe both of them were killed inside that car.
Investigators are looking into this portion of surveillance video, which appears to show a towel tossed into the hands of Ramon Preciado, presumably by a person inside his truck. 36 hours after the arrests of father-son suspects Ramon and Christopher Preciado, San Antonio Police Chief William McManus and Bexar County District Attorney Joe Gonzalez provided an update to this now weeks-long saga.
The gun, believed to be the murder weapon, has been recently recovered from the suspect's home.
Boom, boom, boom. Did we all hear that? The gun that's believed to be the murder weapon was recovered from the suspect's home. Do we got to get that from YouTube channels, or is the chief of the San Antonio Police, is his mouth good enough for us? I'll take it from his mouth. I'll take it from the horse's mouth, the leader of the investigation.
SAPD yesterday filed an additional charge against the son for abuse of a corpse and an additional charge against his father for altering a corpse. Both men remain at the Bexar County Jail. But will a third person be charged? Police contend this December 21st surveillance footage shows the Preciados moving Matthew Guerra's car to an apartment complex on Danny K. Drive in the middle of the night, with the bodies of Guerra and a 9 months pregnant Soto inside. The couple killed, according to an arrest affidavit, during a drug deal gone bad. The security video includes this sequence in which Ramon Preciado appears to be tossed a towel from someone else inside his truck. McManus today confirmed
that's something we're still looking into. It's something that's been brought up in conversation about this, so we're still looking into that.
Asked directly whether Christopher Preciado's mother has been questioned by investigators in recent days, McManus gave this buttoned-up response.
I'm going to leave that question unanswered.
Yesterday, Guerra's father, Gabriel, alluded that more developments are coming.
I'm not going to say anything right now, but I don't think I don't think this is the end of it right now.
And stay with us for the very latest developments in this case. KSAT is keeping you informed on all of our platforms, on air, KSAT.com, KSAT Plus.
So important things right there, especially for the YouTube community, the people that are, conspiracy community. People are saying right now that there's no ballistics. There is ballistics.